hacerlo por ti. No es a cambio de nada, todo lo que esperaba es verte feliz. Hay días que pienso que no sirve de nada, pero qué fácil me olvido si te veo la cara. Si me dieran a elegir no daría ni un paso atrás, que nada ni nadie en el mundo me da lo que tú me das.
Saludos, buenas.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? There's so many people here. It's all of the seats are full. Welcome, everybody, to this 7th edition of the MAPFRE Awards of Social Innovation. I am Sergio Martin. If there's something wrong, you can blame me. And if something is great, it's thanks to everybody that's working behind for having a great result. It's a pleasure once again to be presenting these awards. You are always repeating. It's nearly a crime to repeat with me, but that's great. First of all, please, we would love your phones to be off. That will be an amazing luxury, but that will be great. Try to enjoy this moment that we are going to be together. Let's enjoy all together this moment, which is so interesting and so important. It's worth it that we live all together this, because it's a day of a lot of emotions. Please give an applause to our 12 finalists. They are coming from Brazil, from Chile, also from Colombia, from United States, from Germany, from Malta, and from Spain. Welcome. Later we will explain about this. By the way, can I talk about what happens in the backstage? The girls are keeping their bags here, by the way. I just wanted to share this. So it's another use this has. But later we will explain about the project. So welcome all of you. And please take a deep breath. Because I know somebody told me, and I've seen it with my eyes since you arrived a few days ago, May 20th. This has been a non-stop. You have had sessions, coaching, meetings, interviews. Today you have had some interviews. You didn't even have time to have lunch. These days have been quite intense, and together with this gala, will make this experience for all of you unforgettable, and we wish it will be so. So since last February, the jury decided that these 12 projects that we are going to talk about were coming. They have had received support and guidance from the IE University, and they all belong to Red Innova, which is the community of entrepreneurs where the exchange of expert knowledge is encouraged and exchanged. So this is the 7th edition, and it has received a 379 total of initiatives. So you need to be feeling really lucky to be in this final. So Those with the greatest potential for social impact have been chosen, the most viable from a technical, economic, and organizational point of view. The disruptive capacity of the selected project confirms that when the talent is combined with a large dose of sensitivity, the positive impact of people's life can reach incredible heights. You're going to see this in every single project and in the narrative of all of the projects we are having today here with us. In a few minutes, we will be talking about them. We will learn about the projects with their representatives who are here with me in the stage. And to give us our official welcome, I'm going to call the president of Fundación MAPFRE, please, Antonio Huertas. Welcome. I'm pretty sure the president is a bit shy for me to tell him this, but thank you for continue betting on this project and thank you for trusting me also. It's a pleasure for me. Good afternoon to all of you. Daniel, 10 years old. He is being treated of leukemia in Hospital La Paz. Leire, she is 16 years old, sarcoma of Ewing. Mara, Nuria, and Candela, and many others. All of these kids are being treated in different hospitals thanks to the initiative One Among 1000. That was the winner initiative of the Health Awards of Fundación MAPFRE last year. Good afternoon to all of you once again, General Secretariat from the Ibero-American area, Honor President of MAPFRE, ambassadors, my dear Diego Alcázar, CEO of the university. Thank you to you, everybody, for being here with us in this afternoon, in this 7th edition of the Innovation Awards of Fundación MAPFRE. And as Sergio said, it's beautiful to see the room completely packed of people who have this will to strengthen the commitment between the entrepreneurial and social world with the needs to support, to transform many of the aspects that concern us, which are many times like tiny needs that solve amazing and huge problems. Social innovation with this name is one of the most amazing discoveries that we were able to do in these last years to understand how technology, how the capacity of creating, of giving a new spirit to projects that can have a solution beyond from their inception. And also people that have the will to give their own input and try to solve or at least minimize part of the social problems. I think this is a great opportunity, and there's many other projects and startups, ideas that have been here along the 7 editions with different variables, and in one way or the other, they are having success, they are being implemented, they are increasing their scope, and to give solutions which are so much waited for. As Sergio said, you are 12 finalists. There are going to be 3 winners, but in any case, we admire all of you, every single one of you, because the nearly 400 projects that we received, pretty sure the work of the jury has been amazing. I've never been in a jury of any of these awards, but I think it's a great opportunity to analyze and reflect about so many different projects and how to prioritize them and how to choose some of them, and at the end choose 12, and then from this 12 to choose 3. But independently on how or who wins, you are all winners here today. I want to say thank you to all of you and congratulate you too, because it's not an easy moment for you. I guess you're nervous, you're excited. It's an amazing moment in your life because we do this with a lot of love, but especially with a lot of effort and will for you to success, to progress, to advance, and to make your ideas a reality. You have shared with a lot of passion your projects to the service of a cause, to the service of an idea, and pretty sure you have sacrificed many things, time, money, or even some family issues to be able to address these things, to dedicate this time, but it's worth it. So thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you know MedicSing name, if it rings a bell, but it is a device that it's delivering some medicines that before they needed needles and now they don't need needles anymore. You would say, okay, that's great. And this project was the winner of the Health Innovation Award of MAPFRE in the year 21, sorry. They gathered 5 million euros in this first round seed and now they are already in the market. So it takes time, but the good ideas make sense. So all of these prizes and awards of MAPFRE Foundation have two important patents. One of them, it's a lever. It's a lever for you to be able to get closer as soon as possible with your ideas so they can be implemented. And on the other way, there's the need. There's many people waiting for these ideas to turn into specific models that can be applied in real life because they solve many, many needs. As I said before, we have 3 winners. We have 4 regions. The last one was the United States Incorporated. We have Brazil and the United States. Then we have the Latin America area and then the rest of Europe. And in this specific case, we have 7 countries represented of each of these regions. So, of course, as I said before, I wanted to thank you, Yale University, for the process of companionship and participation that they had in this activity and gives them the possibility of receiving this companionship opportunity so that they can reshape and model their models, their business projects, and that they can improve with this mentoring and companionship activities, the final design of the presentation. So the prizes, the categories are 3, you know them. One of them is safe and sustainable mobility. Another one is health improvement and digital technology. And the third one, maybe it's like the senior one, but it's quite strong, which is related to aging and senior people. You know that we are very eager to know better how can it affect the society of the future, this fast aging and satisfactory aging of our society when it comes to the age that people are having nowadays. And we are in the Genomics Center from Fundación MAPFRE because we believe it's one of the greatest levers of the future to improve the life of our people. And I must talk about EY also, that's here as a partner, because EY in this prize, which is 40,000 euros to each of the winners, there's a consultancy services through them that's going to be offered apart from the prize or the award. And I want to thank also the jury for the effort. I know they have a good time also. They love this. They are passionate about learning and knowing so many creations and inputs. Many of them, unfortunately, they could not be recognized today here, but we will end up seeing them as the real business models and that they are solving or saving many complex situations. And I'm going to be saying the last words, my dear friends, but with an important detail. In the year 75, a visionary in the front line of MAPFRE decided to create a foundation in a company that was not normal in the year 75. It was the beginning of the democracy. So I did some research on the most important entrepreneurial associations in our country, and many of them came far after. So next year, when we turn 50, we are going to be the entrepreneurial business the most senior one of our country and the one that has done all of the constitutional development and freedoms of this country since the political system was opened and allowed us to live in peace, in freedom and democracy. 50 years are time enough to do many things. Since the year 2006, we are one MAPFRE Foundation with different areas that's working intensively with different areas in different sectors. We have the cultural area, social, health promotion, accident prevention, or assurance sciences, social provision, 5 areas deployed in the 30 countries where we are operating. So we are immersed in every single place in which our people, workers, volunteers are there in a very enlightening way. Many of the projects that we develop with other associations in each of the countries. Our people are happy to be able to help many people that need it. So we are where people need us in those countries. We are in Europe, in America, we are in some countries in Asia, we are in the United States, and we are very proud of that. If there's something that the employees of MAPFRE recognize immediately is the foundation and all of its value and input. So with this, with a lot of love and thankfulness from the company for all of the people inside MAPFRE and outside MAPFRE that make this possible. Pretty sure when you arrived, maybe you didn't put an eye on that or you didn't see it. There's a red door. There are different red doors. It's just not some attrezzo or a decoration. The red door was introduced this year to the image of MAPFRE Foundation, the image we are trying to convey as a symbol that means to move from one side to other, to cross a door. Being on the one side of the door, we are in a precarious or poor situation, without attention, with no access to education, to food, to health assistance, unprotected, and then you cross the door and you find many opportunities. So the door is MAPFRE Foundation, and crossing it, we are given many opportunities to many people that need it when it comes to food, health assistance, labor companionship, any other assistance, training, educations, so that mothers, fathers, or kids are able to have a future and progress and have more opportunities. In 50 years, we have learned a lot, and I hope we can learn many more in the next 50 years to come. That was all from my side. I want to thank you once again for this companionship and for being here and for your support. We always need your support to feel strong and continue pushing all together these projects. Thank you, everybody that works in MAPFRE Foundation, and thank you for the more than 200,000 workers and employees of MAPFRE deployed everywhere in the world that are every single day helping us. And thank you to the 12 finalists and also winners that are here, and the 3 real winners that we are going to have at the end of the day. I want to wish you the best of luck, and whether if you win today or not, you are winners for being here, for everything that you have achieved, and we wish that all of you are able to implement and deploy your projects. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Antonio. These winners have families. Where's my camera? I want to greet them because they're watching us live. You're not following it because you're here, obviously, but those who are not here can follow us in English, in Spanish, in Portuguese, in German, so that no one will miss anything. So greetings to you watching online. I'll explain the mechanics of this ceremony, which this year are celebrating their 7th edition. The call focused on 4 strategic regions: Brazil, we have them up there, the rest of Latin American countries on this side, the United States up there, thank you for greeting and waving because that makes it easier for me, and Europe, who we have here, Germany, Spain, and we have Malta. Malta. Let's say it out loud, Malta. A country that is not even easy to place in the map. We have 3 categories: senior economy, health improvement and digital technology, and safe and sustainable mobility. The 3 winners, which will meet today, apart from getting 40,000 euros in cash, will receive consultancy from the Foundation Ernst & Young, EY. Very valuable help, will help you along during that professional trajectory. It is now the time to listen to each one of our finalists, 12 of them, and I have the invaluable help of Sofia. Hola, Sergio. Hello, Sergio. Hello, Sofia. That's Sofia. Sofia, are you there? Are you recorded? No, I'm here. Together, we'll present each project, and the interesting thing is that Sofia is artificial intelligence. So thanks to Sofia's artificial intelligence and my obvious natural intelligence, we will be a perfect match. Yes, Sergio, your intelligence is natural, but we will have to quantify it first. We'll see. I think she was speaking with second intentions there. Thank you, Sofia. We'll start with senior economy. MAPFRE Foundation believes that the demographic challenge we're facing has great opportunities for older people who need specific solutions to improve their quality of life and be part of the active part of society. So we have different projects, all related to training and employment, social protection, and the right to retirement, and the right to work during retirement, financial education, leisure and free time, and other aspects such as housing, fashion, improvement of infrastructure in cities and towns. All of these highlight the opportunities of active aging has to offer. Let's go to Brazil to meet Cuidador de Confianza, trusted carer. Sofia? Yes, let us see this fair project. The Brazilian web app, through data intelligence, does a following of the situation of the patients, offers training for carers, and it facilitates the purchase of necessary products. We will see the next video that explains in more detail this project. One out of each five people in Brazil is more than 65 years old. An important part of the situation of this population will need care from family or carers. These people do not have the resources or knowledge to offer that support. Cuidador da Confianza offers resources and specific personalized plans for each patient. Facing this role with our skills and training in a saturated medical environment is complex. Thanks to the model, the platforms monitors the patient in real time, anticipating the diagnosis of illness and avoiding unnecessary visits to health centers. We have João Paulo Nogueira. João, please come up to the stage, come up to me. Welcome. How are you? He is a spokesperson for Cuidador da Confianza. In Sao Paulo, apart from practicing medicine, you are a person who expresses a lot of solidarity. You set up an NGO that manages a network of volunteers. How did you come up with the idea for this project?
Instrumentaliza o trabalho de cuidadores familiares e cuidadores profissionais. Ele usa inteligência artificial para mandar o conteúdo correto para a pessoa correta.
Artificial intelligence sends the correct care at the right time, and it avoids having prejudice against this person or for the person to get worse. My father had cancer. Apart from a doctor, I became a carer, and I understood the complexity of minding the person, all the remedies, all the things you have to do for the person you're caring for, and I had to include it as part of my daily routine. Include that caring, and he died 4 weeks ago. But all the learning after this experience will give me peace, quality of life, and the ability to look after people, such as I did for my mother. Thank you. Thanks very much to all the finalists. Thank you. And good luck. Good luck to all the finalists, by the way. There is a common denominator for all the stories, which is the human factor, the personal thing. They're great professionals, but you will see that they all have a personal reason for doing this, and that moves me. So thank you, Joe and Joao, for sharing that with us. We continue in economy, senior economy, continue with that. And now we're going to hear about Better Age. Sophia, do you know about the project? Yes, of course. Okay. Better Age appears with a vision that all older people, independently of their age, can age well. The project is a platform that will help measure and improve the health of older people and their carers. Video here explains the project. The world population is aging. However, we don't have the tools for this to be a happy time in our lives. Social disparities and loneliness affect to people who are over 65, maybe in their social interaction. Keeping active is not easy. Better Age is a platform to improve their quality of life, working closely with local organizations who have a deep knowledge of the specific disparities of each region. Through an easy questionnaire designed to assess their situation, users get a personalized report with steps to improve their well-being. Better Age works with 18 organizations, supporting them with resources and helping them innovate and get more financing for their causes. A clap for Better Age, and please, Diana, if you could come up here. Diana, please tell us what motivated you. Where did you get this idea from? After
he faced this diagnosis with strength and heart, but then a few months later, he was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, which is like Alzheimer's. And that he did not face with strength. He seemed to lose his interest in living, and he was a brilliant man. My mother took care of him for the next 6 years, and he died when he was 86. And I watched her waste away to less than 40 kilos. Years later, I learned that there are scientific links between dementia and physical activity, between dementia and sleep, between dementia and all sorts of things related to your well-being. So the United States healthcare system spends $1 trillion a year on the management of chronic conditions for older adults. But it doesn't have to be that way. And there's an inspiration in this story, because it started off sad. My mother started taking care of herself. She started walking, taking care of her stress levels, her nutrition, and over time, I would say that now she's a very vigorous 85-year-old. And I learned that taking these small steps in well-being can actually be a prevention of chronic conditions. And we at Better Age are on a mission to help older adults around the world take these small steps through personalized actions and community support to improve the health and well-being, their health and well-being. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and good luck. And Diana, thank you for your personal story. Bueno, imagino que además de todo lo que nos has contado y
Apart from everything you told us, I imagine you feel very proud.
your mom, and thank you for sharing with us your story. Ahora,
Okay, we'll continue now. We're going to Valparaíso in Chile. We're going to hear about the startup Mis Tatas, which has an acronym system, an emergency system, Amaya, Spanish acronym for Older Adults Assisted by Artificial Intelligence. Sophia, are you still here? Can you tell us what the project is about? Yes. Amaya has been developed to prevent the consequences of late warning or no warning to the most common emergencies among other people. It is based in a monitoring and action system made up of different sensors for each of the different warnings which it can detect. I will share this video with you. According to the WHO, positive aging is affected by accidents, loneliness, precarious ailing family economy, and the loss of autonomy. That's why Mis Tata has created Amaya, the first suite, comprehensive assistance suite for older people, which is highly specialized equipment. It monitors gas leaks, prolonged lacks of activity, fire, etc. The GPS systems helps geolocate people when they're missing or they're outside their home. The system detects a risk, it identifies a hazard, and puts the person in contact with their support networks, and it improves the quality of life of older people, their families, and carers. Daniel Osorio, come here, tell us all about how you got the idea for this project. In my case, when I started to study engineering in the university, I knew that I had to apply my knowledge. I had to take advantage of the opportunity that I was given to impact the society positively. My colleagues were concentrating on moving their careers forward, but I used to attend entrepreneur meetings, participate in contests for innovation. And with this spirit of innovation and with this wish to impact, with the support and motivation of my parents and now my partners, who are always open to take new challenges, it is how our company and this long road we have taken together as a family began. To find the main problem wasn't so difficult. Chile is the country most aged country in Latin America. It will be soon. So it has a lot of social problems associated to old age, such as low pensions, loneliness, high accident rates, and the institutions and society and the public sector is making this problem invisible. That is why I'm here, to make this problem visible and to bring social change about, and in Chile and everywhere in the world. Best of luck. You can come back to your seat. In Chile, you're worrying about moving your career forward. It's the same as it happens in Spain. We spend more time sometimes in the cafeteria than doing that, and that was our problem later on. Best of luck. We will now see the next project within this category, senior economy, and we will go to Europe, Germany specifically, and it is there that this project is born. Senior Connect. Sophia, please give us some data. I'll tell you. Senior Connect offers a free solution based in IA, so that older people over 60 can access personalized job opportunities according to their skills and interests. Let's watch the video about it. In Germany, more than 9 million people are looking for a job after retirement, whether to complement their pensions, to keep active, or to follow their passion. However, they don't have access to work opportunities which are adequate. These can make them feel excluded, and it can trigger mental illnesses such as depression. Senior Connect is a platform that connects companies and candidates over 55 through a pairing system that assesses their curricula, their personalities, their interests, their skills, guaranteeing meaningful connections. It addresses a key issue, the knowledge gap that's created when they leave jobs that are difficult to fill. Senior Connect, experience does not age. Tim Findays, please come up to me here. Welcome. You and your colleagues obviously are people with great talent, very young. And one of my questions is, why 3 young men like yourselves are thinking of this population group and Senior Connect? First of all, thank you.
Started in our vision in front of all of you. And Senior Connect, basically, it all started with my grandma. My grandma's name is Ulla. She is retired now, but she is still the lead at our local library. And for her, so usually many people, when they retire, it's for them a way to step back and to relax. But for my grandma, it was basically a new beginning, to do something that she really loved. So she was lead at our local library, and many of her friends, they were always asking her if they can also join her in working at the library. And when I realized that, we figured out maybe there is a bigger need, a big unmet need in the whole of Germany of people who are actually in retirement or close before retirement who are still willing to work, but they just don't have access to job opportunities. So we figured out that there's a big bridge, a big gap between labor supply and labor demand, and that's this bridge we're trying to bridge now with Senior Connect, where we match certain job opportunities for seniors with companies. And we do so by empowering senior professionals also in their later lives and basically matching their skill set with companies to find jobs where they can flourish at. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
At the beginning, I was saying this is full of personal stories. Her grandmother inspired the project. We've seen other personal stories here. It really moves me how that is, the fact that that is the driver of a lot of these projects. A lot of professionalism, a lot of talent, but a personal motivation. Next category, how are we all? Are we okay? I'm really enjoying this. The next category, health improvement and digital technology, e-health. The introduction of new technologies to the field of healthcare in recent decades has led to significant advances in prevention, diagnosis, monitoring, and treatment of patients, which also has had a direct impact on increasing life expectancy, quality of life, and safety in healthcare processes. The aim of this category is to publicize and promote initiatives that contribute through technology, through e-health, to the following 3 areas: improving health habits, diagnosis and treatment of pathologies, and monitoring and safety in care. And now we're going to meet the first of these projects in this category, and we are going to Sao Paulo in Brazil. And the first project is called Tech Balance. Tech Balance is a... Sophia, you were stopped. Did you not understand me? Well, that's your level. Tech Balance is a project, physiotherapy, digital physiotherapy project. I don't know if I interrupt you since you are artificial intelligence. You know how to continue. Oh, yes, I do. It is a digital physiotherapy project that evaluates, assesses, monitors, and works with older people for a productive, longer life and happier life. We will see the video that explains it more in detail. Each year in Brazil, there are 120,000 hip fractures, 100,000 of which need a prosthesis. Most of these fractures are due to falls in older people who suffer arthrosis or have balance problems. This project is a comprehensive solution to improve balance and fitness in people in order to reduce falls and surgical procedures. After in an in-person online balance test, the patient receives a tailor-made program with recommendations and a personalized program to improve muscular strengthening, mobility, motion gesture training exercises. About 35,000 people who have participated have improved their motor skill in 35%, between 35% and 85%. Fabiana Mendes, she is the spokesperson of Tech Balance, and she a physiotherapist. She works in business management, orthopedics, technology. What was the idea? Where does it come from? The orthopedic problem is the first cause of accidents in Spain and also the first cause globally of people who suffer disabilities around the world. I've worked with older people and adults during many years in public and private health systems, and I have seen the problem with my patients from an adult age to an older age. When a person begins to have a pain in their back when they're 35, it will by the time they're 75, they would have more probabilities of falling down, breaking the femur, and in 20% of the cases, they would die in the first year after the fall, and 30% of the rest of the cases, that person might never become autonomous again. The rest would achieve rehabilitations, but they don't achieve a normal level of life, a normal living situation. I felt that we needed to do something in order to give them opportunities, specifically for women, because they are the ones who are mostly affected by this problem. I wanted to change this, and that's why we set up Tech Balance, and we developed different care lines. I'm very happy to be here with you today. Thank you very much.
Gracias, Fabiana, por contarnos ese.
Thank you, Fabiana, for this story of the project and the reasons. We continue in the category on e-health. Let's go to United States, to Massachusetts. And here there's a project which is called Change Water Labs. iThrone, that's the project. Sophia, what can you tell us about that? iThrone is a toilet that's movable devised by the startup Change Water Lab that eliminates up to 95% of human waste through the evaporation without the need of a tank or cistern and pipe, reducing the environmental impact and improving sanitation in low-resource and drought areas at low cost. Below, an explanatory video. There are more than 4.5 billion people in the world living in unsanitary conditions resulting from the lack of sewage treatment. There, every minute, a child loses his or her life due to diarrhea. This is the second leading cause of death in children under 5. So Change Water Lab has created the first portable toilet that evaporates up to 95% of the water in waste, helping to reduce the incidence of hygiene-related diseases. With a design inspired by a proposal for NASA, it does not require access to clean water or electricity to operate and only requires monthly maintenance for waste removal. A single toilet can serve up to 18,000 people per year. Change Water Labs. Dignity, safety, and hope. An applause, please, for Diana Youssef Martinec Welcome. It's CEO and founder of Taint Water Labs. She has worked in prestigious companies of consulting, international technology companies, the NASA. I mean, it's in part of the inspiration of the project. Why did you start?
Consulting to NASA, looking at ways to recycle water on the space station. And that's when the idea came to me that we could deal with a lot of water treatment problems with evaporation. And from my point of view, I was lucky enough to grow up in the United States, so I didn't have to worry about access to basic things like reliable water, safe toilets, clean living conditions, things that led me to lead a healthy and productive life. But I have family in the Middle East, and they can't take for granted that the water that they're dealing with is clean or that there's access to safe sanitation. And when I started to learn about sanitation, the enormity of the problem, 4.5 billion people, half the world's population, lack access. I have 3 daughters, and when I learned more about sanitation, I found out that actually the lack of a safe, clean toilet in or near a home has such a harmful effect on girls and women. Just in the basic act of having to go look for a toilet every day, girls and women risk their health, their safety. They put themselves at risk of sanitation-related sexual violence. And on top of that, half the world's schools don't provide proper toilets for their students. And as a result of that, 1 out of every 5 girls drops out of school before puberty, so cutting herself off from opportunity. And I just find that intolerable. I think that access to a toilet is a basic human right, and I wanted to essentially empower people to be able to live a more fulfilled life, and that was my contribution to making that happen for everyone everywhere.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. I don't know if in the United States, are you all called Diana? Sí, I don't...
Mucha suerte, Diana, y muchas gracias por ese...
Thank you, Diana, for telling us about their projects. Now we're moving to Bogota, Colombia, to know about Arcángel AI. Sofia, what's this? Arcángel AI uses artificial intelligence to help the pharma industry, hospitals, and other agents of the health system to improve the diagnosis, the adherence to the treatment, and also process optimization, minimizing errors, and reducing costs by 10. So now we will see the video of this project. 56% of deaths worldwide are due to diseases that we can treat but are not detected in time. So the main challenge lies in prevention and early detection, as the current healthcare systems are expensive, non-scalable, and difficult to access for many. So Accents AI is a platform where we transform data into artificial intelligence model with the goal of increasing access to health, prevention, and early diagnosis in an accelerated way. Arcángel AI has reached more than 68 million people with 19 pathologies. By 2030, the goal is to impact 1 billion people by increasing access to fast and accurate diagnosis. With 95% accuracy, it can be integrated into any healthcare system or enterprise. Arcángel AI, early diagnosis that saves lives. Laura Velázquez Herrera is the president and co-founder of Arcángel AI. Welcome. How are you? You define yourself as a dream maker. I love that word. It's a dreamer. Why did you found or co-found Arcángel AI? It started due to a family problem. My co-founder and I, we had some deaths which were close to me. In my case, 3 of the people in my family core died in 1.5 months because there was a decision that was not made. So basically, to help the rest of the family, we decided to help ourselves, and we transformed some data of the Center of Disease Control that said if we change our habits, we can reduce and by an 80% the possibility to have this illness. So we translated this information into a chat box. It was translated to our family to understand it. This went viral. We saw that many people was going through the same situation, and we understood by half of the world's population does not have an access to healthcare systems. We are fortunate to have so, but not many people can, and we decided it was a great opportunity. How crazy would it be to create an algorithm, to create algorithms, but with the capabilities and data of each hospitals. So, for example, in the Amazonia area, with the data of any other hospital, and today we have had a beautiful impact. It was beautiful to see how these kind of technologies can increase the access to the systems. Thank you very much, and congratulations. And good luck. And once again, I am in awe of how this is born from a family problem to help their family and relatives. And then this goes viral and helps many other people. So back to Europe. Our next stop is Malta. And here we have the following finalist. It's the startup Brain Trip. Sophia, what is this? Okay, let's go. Brain Trip identifies the first signs of dementia in its earliest stages in just 30 minutes and with an accuracy of 93% using an EEG and A-based tests. Although there is still no cure for dementia, early detection facilitates early diagnosis and treatment. This would make it possible to delay the debilitating symptoms. With the following video, we can learn more about it. Dementia affects more than 19% of older people. Although acting quickly can delay its consequences, only half of the cases are diagnosed and treated, so current methods are inaccurate, expensive, invasive, slow, and most of them are focused on Alzheimer. So Brain Trip Dementia Index is a rapid test that uses AI to analyze the brain's electrical activity and provides results with a 90% accuracy in just 30 minutes. There's been nearly 2,000 tests already conducted, and soon other conditions like ADHD and depression will be also addressed. All you need is a cup and a tablet, and it can be integrated into any medical practice in only 5 hours. Brain Trip speeding up diagnosis to improve quality of life. So now, Georgie Drell, CTO of Brain Trip, welcome. So you can share with us how was the starting of the journey, and together with the other co-founder, David Shakic, you lead a group of professionals and researchers in neuroscience, medicine, and the business sector. So I see that you run different disciplines. So where did this project came up? Why?
I found the motivation to do this from the experience I had with my grandmother, Maria. My grandmother, she was a great lady, but she had difficulties in her older years because she suffered from dementia. And the biggest difficulty was actually that nobody took her seriously. She had real medical issues, real medical problems, but they were brushed aside as just symptoms of old age. She had memory issues, which were again ignored because she was already 85. And of course, 85-year-old people have problems with their memory. By the time we realized what was going on, it was already too late to help her. And this made me realize that we as a society just don't take these issues seriously. That's why half of the people with dementia never even get a diagnosis, and less than 10% get diagnosed early enough so they can be helped with the treatments we have. And this is why we started Brain Trip. Because we know that so many other people, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people on the planet are wondering whether their grandmothers, their grandfathers, their aunts and their uncles and moms and dads are also suffering from this debilitating disease. And we want to offer them cutting-edge technology so they can get access to diagnosis sooner and access to the best treatment, which will not only help those suffering from this disease, but also their families.
Thank you very much. Congratulations and good luck. Your grandma was Maria.
Yes.
Me too, like my grandma. Muchas felicidades por ese proyecto.
Congratulations on this project. It's a problem that affects 55 million people in the world, with a problem similar to the one that he described. So I wish you the best of luck, and then we will know who is the winner of this category. And now we are talking about the third category of this award, which is safe and sustainable mobility. In this category, we take into account these startups and projects that help us to achieve societies which are safer and to prevent traffic injuries of any other type, always within the scope of unintentional injuries. Initiatives should aim not only to reduce the risk of injury incidents, but also to ensure that the different mobility options are respectful and environmentally friendly. So we're going to learn about 3 projects that comply with these characteristics. The first one comes from Brazil. It's the Onboard project, and Sofia will give us the details. The first project on this category is Onboard, which is the developer of a digital ticketing platform consisting of hardware and software that manages data and information of public transport through telemetry, applications, chatbots, and artificial intelligence. It is the first device that combines a validator, which is a central processing unit, and Wi-Fi all in one, universalizing the access to transport. Let's watch the video. Public transport in Brazil is in crisis. Its users have fallen by 50% in the last 20 years. However, this is a very important thing. We need the number of users to grow, but with a network of transport which is outdated, it's difficult to make it. So Onboard has taken on the challenge of digitizing the Brazilian public transport with its own hardware and software system. Thanks to this system, it is able to reduce maintenance costs and make it more attractive to the users. Onboard has already deployed 17 products in each 8 states that have seen the numbers of passengers, revenue, and public subsidy increase, now performing almost 5 million transactions per month. Onboard for the sustainability of public transportation. Luis Renato Matos is the CEO and co-founder of Onboard. Welcome. It's a specialist in urban mobility, currently editor-in-chief of the news portal Agora é Simples. And I try to say it in a more Brazilian accent, which covers the intersection between technology, cities, mobility, and science. Talk about your project. Thank you for the support. And I am not only a developer or technology provider, but I am a user of public transportation. And as you have seen in Brazil, we are suffering the challenge of using public transport. Is an essential service that gives us opportunity as work, free time, and education. It's an essential product for opportunities. It has been a social right since the year 2015, in fact. And as you can see, they transport less than the 50% of people that they used to do 20 years ago, and this reality should be totally different. Public transport causes less deaths than the deaths caused by private mobility. So what we want to do is democratize this public transport to give more passengers and better qualities. So, United States, what's your name? Clem. So you're not called Diana. It was just to make that sure. Not everybody's called Diana. So, going back to United States, we have Clip Bike, which is a device that turns any bicycle into an electric one without the need of pre-installation. Sofia. Sure. So bicycles are currently the most eco-friendly transportation option to combat climate change and reduce CO2 emissions. Clip Bike is a portable device that converts any bicycle into an electric bike effortlessly and without the need of pre-installation. Clip decarbonizes transportation while contributing to a circular economy, since it is not necessary to buy a new bicycle. This video sums it up perfectly. In the United States, 58% of greenhouse gas emissions comes from private vehicles. So bicycling is the great alternative in Europe's environment, but fatigue and distances keep most people away from taking this step. So to put an end to these impediments, Clip has created the first plug-and-play device that transforms in seconds any bicycle into electric in a cost 4 times lower to the standard one. It charges in just 60 minutes, offers a range of 25 kilometers, can be easily removed and put on, preventing theft. So they have already sold more than 1,500 devices that have resulted in a reduction of 112 tons of CO2 per year. Clip Bike, easy and sustainable. We have the co-founder, Clement, welcome here with us. Tell us about the idea of the project.
Please.
Sure. So I will just start 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, my visionary friend, Som, showed me the first napkin sketches of a device to upgrade a bike into an e-bike. And if it was, a fantastic opportunity to reduce emission, I also saw there a great opportunity to empower more people to access work, social, education opportunities. So fast forward, 2024, we have sold 1,500 Clip in more than 40 states. We have launched to get a step closer to our mission, which is to democratize the access to e-biking to reduce emission. We have launched last month a vending machine with campuses and large organizations, so students or employees can use a Clip to boost their commutes 24/7. Next summer, we are going to launch in Europe, maybe in Spain. We will also pilot in India a low-cost version of Clip to address the need for clean and sustainable mobility for emerging markets. Sergio, hay más de 2.000 millones.
There's more than 2 million bicycles in the world, some of them in our houses. So let's take these bikes to the streets, let's clean them a little bit more and electrify them when that's necessary. But it's going to change the safe and sustainable mobility.
Gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Clement, they have told me you understood a bit of Spanish and I can see you speak it. You have a little bit of a French accent, but I can see things there. My name is Diana, by the way. Good luck with your project, as same for everyone, of course. Now we go to Medellin, Colombia, to know Matt and their sustainable transport devices for people with reduced mobility. Sofia, tell us all about it. Of course, MAT redefines the concept of inclusive mobility and sustainable mobility through electric tricycles. It has a portable wheelchair towing system and a mapping application with accessible locations. They are pioneers for implementing the first public transport pilot project specifically for wheelchair users. Let's see what it's all about. In Colombia, 64% of people with reduced mobility are under the poverty line and they have low-skilled jobs. In an urban environment designed for users of private vehicles and with public transport that's not always accessible, wheelchair users lose their autonomy and that can affect their mental health. MAT has created a number of products and services that foster the social inclusion and empowering them, from the first public vehicle designed for wheelchair users to towing devices for wheelchairs, turning them into electric chairs. These people are also, we can improve the life of these people, connecting them with potential employers, financing plans, and allowing them to be self-sufficient, opening the way to mobility without barriers. Martín Londoño is the founder. Please come and join me. June 2020, you officially founded MAT with the objective of improving the quality of life of people with reduced mobility. However, you've been working for a few years on inclusive mobility. Am I right? Yes, since 2017, I created the first personal mobility device. And it's then that I had the opportunity to go to different cities and meet face-to-face the real issue, the real problem for many people who obviously have something in common, which is the lack of opportunities. When I was bound to be in a wheelchair, I was a person that was very productive, and the reduction in productivity isolated me severely. And I had to face a difficulty that everyone experiences, which is to move freely, to have access to public transport, which in many cases is very complex, inaccessible, and excluding. Job exclusion, employment exclusion is also a problem, and it's increasing because the amount of people with disabilities is increasing. According to WHO, there's more than 65 million people in the world who have this problem. And that's how I found a solution through mobility, accessibility, and time and employment, which are the pillars of MAT, in order to bring this to many more people, empowering them, improving their possibilities, their opportunities, so that they can be freeing them and their families, empowering them, giving them more possibilities. Because we have 2 carers for each person with a disability, so it will free many people. Thank you. Thanks very much, Martin. And I'm sure that while you were designing it, you never thought that today you were going to keep their bag here, for your colleagues' bags here. Things have changed, eh? Yes, dynamic has changed because I'm gone from being pushed, assisted, to pushing myself, helping other people. Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Marvelous things happening here. The best thing to understand things is to see them, how they work in practice. So we're coming to the end of the presentation of projects. We go back to Spain. ERICS, a technology that protects cyclists from cervical injuries. Sofia, what's all this about? EVIX is a helmet-integrated cervical airbag system that inflates in 100 milliseconds using artificial intelligence crash detection algorithm to reduce the likelihood of neck injuries in the event of an accident. This video will explain better. In Europe, more than 300,000 serious. In Europe, cyclists have suffered 300,000 injuries in 10 years. 30,000 of them were fatal. The most common are cervical injuries, but normal helmets do not protect cyclists. EVIX has created a helmet-integrated cervical airbag system that it can be used with the main helmet brands. The movement of the neck is reduced by 35% in case of accident, hence reducing the angle at which the neck moves to safe levels. Its technology detects through artificial intelligence when an accident is taking place, and it unfolds in 100 milliseconds, protecting the neck before the impact takes place. EVIX protection for cyclists. And we have here the CEO and co-founder, Mark Millett. Hello, how are you? Very well. Okay, tell us a little bit about this. They've told me you're born an entrepreneur, that you like cycling. I imagine that those two things explain the link, explain the reason why you set this up. It comes from my passion for cycling, for being safe, aware of my safety. I think we all know someone who's got a fright or has suffered an accident while riding. And being able to reach these people, being able to offer them a safer riding experience, that's why we're working every day. Thank you. Thank you and good luck. By the way, bicycle is the fashionable transport and sport. The use of bicycle has increased by 40% in the last few years. That is really a huge increase. So it is important to be safe while riding it. Okay, we've reached a very important moment in this ceremony. And that is saying goodbye to Sofia. Thank you, Sofia. We have shown today that we're able to set up a good team, to have a good team. Another area of artificial intelligence, matching that to natural intelligence. You can see clearly that the natural intelligence has contributed more than the artificial intelligence. Well, I mean, Sergio, you're going a bit far with this. As a first experiment, it's not bad, but for next time I will give you a couple of advices. But you're surprising me with your natural intelligence, and I'm starting to feel affection for you. Thank you. A clap for Sofia. What I hate is I'm almost feeling affection for you. All those little touches, those little connotations is what really annoys me with Sofia. Anyway, artificial intelligence is very important. That's why we wanted, is an important part of many of your projects, is central in our lives. That's why we wanted it to be part of this ceremony. So I hope thank you for allowing us to have this little play with artificial intelligence. And it's allowing me not to have to read so much. So, a great moment finish introducing the finalists, because it's the moment we're getting closer to announcing the winners. I know that when I say something, you'll feel, well, I've always heard that before, but we mean it. You are all winners. Every single project here, really, we believe that. The effort you've made coming from all the corners of the world, you almost missed planes, the obstacles you faced to be here is very much appreciated. So a round of applause for all the finalists. We consider you all winners, truly. Finalists and winners have all presented their projects in different social media, different social media, normal media, mainstream. So I hope that your message reaches more people and that your projects continue to grow and we can be part of that. Now, protagonists are part of Fundación MAPFRE, an initiative where all the finalists belong, and of course the winners of previous editions. And it's a good place for you to share knowledge, and I'm sure you can find a lot of synergies. I will now invite to the stage the Secretary American Secretary General Andrés Alamán, the President of Fundación MAPFRE Antonio Huertas, and the CEO of IE University Diego del Alcázar Benjumea. They're going to give the prizes. Welcome. You can stand here. Welcome. Are you nervous? Are you all nervous? Say you are. Yes, you are. Because I know a little thing. I'll tell you an anecdote. In the this morning during the rehearsal, at this point, I was very careful how we did everything so I wouldn't be bad luck about. So thank you for coming up to help us with our award winning. First of all, the winning project in the category Senior Economy in this 7th edition of the MAPFRE Foundation Social Innovation Awards. I think that, thank you. Carla, I have to open it, I have to say it, and I don't know, I'm not sure. I promise you I don't know who the winner is. I'm going to say it. The winning project for Economy Senior in the 7th edition of Fundación MAPFRE Social Innovation Awards is Cuidador de Confianza.
Que luche por lo que tú luches, si tú crees, yo creo más.
Os invito a que os acerquéis un poquito aquí adelante para la foto.
Please come forward for the photograph. Congratulations. Congratulations. And of course, in the same category, congratulations to all of those who participated. You all deserve the best of luck. The next envelope, please. I'll give you this one back. This thing about opening really makes me nervous. I don't really enjoy it. Okay, let's see. The winning project in the category Health Improvement and Digital Technology, eHealth, in this 7th edition of the Fundación MAPFRE Social Innovation Awards is Change Water Labs. Congratulations. And now we are going to meet the winner in the 3rd category. I'm not doing badly opening the envelopes. I am doing it fast enough. So, sustainable mobility, that's the category. Who is the winner in the 7th edition of the Fundación MAPFRE Social Innovation Awards? The winner is EVIX.
Que luche por lo que tú luches, si tú crees, yo creo más. Que no hay barrera tan grande que juntos no la podemos saltar.
A los 3 premiados,
to the 3 winners, please come forward with your award to take a family photo with the 3 winners and the 3 people who gave you the award. This is official photograph of the winners in each of the 3 categories.
A los que sin duda aprovecho para felicitar de nuevo.
Okay, so a few moments ago I was saying that you're all winners to us because we really believe that. And when we really believe something, we have to do something. For real. So we want to show you why you're all winners. The 9 finalists that were not winners. So we will give you a diploma to prove that you're finalists. We will give you this diploma by regions. Up here we have Brazil. You can't come out anymore. You have your award. So we'll start up here with the region of Brazil. So please come up here and pick up your diploma. A big round of applause for them. Brazil, in both categories, which are not senior economy mobility, safe and sustainable mobility, and e-health. And please, if you move forward a little bit, you make it easier for the photographer. I know I'm confusing you, going back and forth. I'm having fun with you, really. But Alberto would be thankful for your help. And now, the finalists from Latin America. Please come up and pick up your diploma. That shows that you were finalist of the 3 categories: senior economy, mobility, sustainable and safe mobility, and e-health. Stay a little bit longer, please. We have to take a photo. Please move forward to make it easier for the photographer. Congratulations to all 3 of them. You belong to all 3 categories. Please move forward a little bit, a step ahead for the photographer. Thank you.
Muchas felicidades a...
Congratulations to all of them. And now we are going to do the same with the finalists from United States. So, finalists, you didn't bring it, Antonio. He's asking me the money, but I mean, I'm not the one who's going to give the money, you know? It's them. So, we're going to hand in the diploma to the finalist from United States. Not all of them, Diana, stay there. So, United States in senior economics, in safe and sustainable mobility.
Y también vamos a mirar un momento al frente.
And also, please pose for the photo so that our colleague can take the photo of the finalists receiving the diploma. That you were finalists today. Congratulations. And lastly, finalists from Europe, we will give you the diplomas. Please come here so that they give you your diplomas. To Germany and Malta with 2 truly beautiful projects. All of them should have received the award, and now they are receiving their diploma. Congratulations, you can go back to your seats. We congratulate you because any of the 12 projects could have been the winner, and we want to congratulate all of you. You can sit back, please. No, General Secretary, you can stay here with me. Well, we're going to listen to the final words, but first I want to say a couple things. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of you for the effort, for being here. The hundreds of projects that we received as every single year. It's something that demonstrates it's a success for MAPFRE Foundation. You came very far, Here, it's going to be great for you and for thousands of people that are going to benefit from your projects. So congratulations. And now we're going to give the closing words. So the Ibero-American Andres Adaman, please. Thank you very much. Elena, Antonio Huertas, President of the Foundation, representatives of EA University, and Ernst & Young Consulting, directives, ladies and gentlemen, ambassadors, authorities, and you, of course, the real protagonists of this extraordinary session. Truth is that for the Ibero-American Secretary General, it's a privilege to be able to share with you some words in this event that for me, it's so important. It's after listening to all of you, you have this feeling of optimism, of good vibrations, good feelings, good energy. And we're convinced that the world can be better if there's people like you here and if people imitate you. So thank you so much for the efforts, not only of the 12 that are here, but also the nearly 400 projects that came to participate. And also thank you for MAPFRE Foundation. I believe that Antonio, a couple minutes ago, was very humble in terms of what this foundation is. The following year is going to be 50 years old, and that it's something very relevant. 50 years ago, the companies did not speak about social responsibility. They did not speak about environmentally friendly things. They didn't talk about non-discrimination and a cluster of concepts that have been creating along these times. But MAPFRE Foundation is 50 years old. So it is truly extraordinary, and we are pioneers. And we must highlight not only the fact of being born 50 years ago, but the directives of the company have kept this so alive, so vital, vibrant, and positive in the things that we do. Maybe the following year we will have more time to talk a little bit more about what the foundation is, but it's an inspiration since the beginning. We were focused on social matters to try to help the more vulnerable groups. There was an axis and focus on culture to enhance the different artistic expressions in health that was very well reflected today, in mobility security, that was one of the axes of MAPFRE from the entrepreneurial standpoint, in general safety matters, and also everything that has to do with aging. So we are very proud of this, that the fact that there's a foundation with this nature. Sergio explained very well, with the help of Sofia, that was very significant, to explain very well the projects of each of you. So I'm not going to insist on this, but I want to highlight two concepts that the foundation, when giving these awards, is also delivering. And to say this in a light way, some years ago, when we thought about the development of countries, it was thought about the natural capital and the resources, the territory, the geographical location, the extension of population, and that was like the natural capital. And then someone said, no, we need financial capital, we need resources for that this natural capital is able to develop. And someone else said afterwards, okay, that's nice, but we need to talk about human capital. This is the cluster of culture and knowledge that the population has on a determined place. And then someone else added a comment and said, that's not enough. We need to have social capital. What is social capital? It's the capacity that the people have to organize themselves and work together on the benefit of a community. But even more recently, what it's been in people's attention, it's the capital or the equity of innovation and entrepreneurship. And these awards give the two things. They prize and award innovation. What's behind innovation? This rebel spirit is the attitude of creative, intelligent, and demanding people to see a situation, see a problem, and say, this can change. We can do something different. We can do something better. Things should not be like the way they are, and they can change and they can progress. This is what's behind innovation. But innovation is not enough. Innovation has to be transformed in something practical, specific, tangible. And here we have the entrepreneurship. It's the capacity of transforming innovation in realities, in companies, in projects to change the way of life and quality of life of people. So what this foundation does is that they mix two concepts which are very important for Iberoamerica, is to innovate, to be able to commit an endeavor, an enterprise. And then if you add the social emphasis that it is, projects that are not only aiming towards the direct profitability, but the social profitability, then the combination is perfect. And for this, I believe these awards are so significant and should be very well appraised and valued. To end up with, there's a Chinese phrase that says, when there are winds of change, and today we have winds of change, people react into different ways. One group, they build things to protect, to cover themselves, parapet, breastwork, so that to have walls to protect them from the inevitable changes is the most of them, the vast majority. But there's others, the minority, which are very valuable, that they do not build walls or parapet. They build mills, windmills. For what? To seize that wind in the progress for everyone. So what I want to do is to thank the foundation specifically for supporting these people who are the builders of windmills that the world needs. Thank you so much. Please stay here with me, because we need one more photo, which is the family photo. And now the scenario is going to be full of people. It's tested. It's not going to collapse, I promise. But we need space for everybody, Martin. So that would be great to see how you can take this device away just for the photo, the front part. So you show us how it's done. And now I'm going to call some people here. Antonio Huertas, the president of MAPFRE Foundation, for the end photo. José Manuel Exauste, vice president. Antonio Miguel Romero, second vice president of Foundation MAPFRE. An applause for all of them. Fernando Mata, vice president of MAPFRE. Elena de Borbón, Her Royal Majesty, Elena Sanz, CEO of MAPFRE Iberia, Julio Domingo, General Director of Fundación MAPFRE, Alcácer, CEO of the IE, Carlota Jiménez de Andrade, Director of Social Impact EY Spain, Clara Bazán, Director of Insurance and Social Provision of Foundation MAPFRE, and Concepción Galdón, Vice President of Companies with Proposal with EA University. So there's many important people here with us. I have mentioned many people in positions. This is great for the end photo. And of course, I want to have in this picture all of the finalists and the winners, which are the main protagonists of this 7th edition of the awards of MAPFRE Foundation to Social Innovation. I need you to be very close, very tight, like a family. And a step forward, please. Okay, so this is the last photo, family photo, that summarizes many months of work, many days of effort, many years of work. And at the end, this is just the end of all of this work summarized in one photo. Thank you so much for this applause. Congratulations. It's a moment I want to seize to also say thank you to all of the team that's behind, that you don't see them, but they've done an amazing work. Thank you, an applause for them. They work very tough so that everything goes very well. including the translators, the interpreters. I don't know how did you do to translate many of my expressions. They were there, and they say that they followed everything in the streaming with some jokes that I said. So thank you very much to the interpreters. And this is the end. Thank you so much for being here with us. It's impressive to see this so full. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm sure anyway we're all part of the social transformation that we've spoken so much about this afternoon. So now we could continue sharing conversation and knowledge, which is something that you're sharing, which is the cocktail, the snacks which are being served outside. So as soon as I just shut my mouth, the cocktail will start. But before, I need to say something very important, very important. You cannot forget to give back the headphones, please, because sometimes, some years we have had to go back home to pick them up, so please give the headphones back. Thank you very much. You're going to receive the magazine of this year. Thank you.
No es a cambio de nada, todo lo que esperaba es verte feliz. No hay apoyo más grande si me apoyo en tus brazos. Lo construido con lazos no se puede destruir. Hay días que pienso que no sirve de nada, pero qué fácil me olvido si te veo la cara. Que si me dieran a elegir no daría ni un paso.
Hacerlo por ti no es a cambio de nada, todo lo que esperaba es verte feliz. No hay apoyo más grande si me apoyo en tus brazos, lo construido con lazos no se puede destruir. Hay días que pienso que no sirve de nada, pero qué fácil me olvido si te veo la cara. Qué cosa tan rara encontré en mi vida cuando en la tuya ayudaba. Que si me dieran a elegir no daría ni un paso atrás. Que lucha por lo que tú luches, si tú crees, yo creo más. Que no hay barrera tan grande que juntos no la podamos saltar. Que nada ni nadie en el mundo me da lo que tú me das. Tu sonrisa al verte es el mejor buenos días que jamás se te olvida.